In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use webhooks in Zendesk. If you find this useful, consider subscribing and liking the video. Let's get right into it. First, you need to sign in to your Zendesk account. Head over to the Zendesk homepage. In the top right corner, you'll see a button that says Sign In. Click on that, and then enter your account email and password. Once you've filled that out, just click the Sign In button to access your account. Now that you're logged in, let's move to the next step, which is opening the Admin Center. On your main dashboard, look for the Settings gear icon. It's usually located in the sidebar. Go ahead and click on that, and then you'll see a link that'll take you directly to the Admin Center. This is where all the magic happens. Once you're in the Admin Center, we need to navigate to Webhooks. Look at the sidebar. You should see a section labeled Apps and Integrations. Click on that to expand it, and then click on Webhooks. This will bring you to the Webhooks management area where we can start setting things up. Ready to initiate the setup? Great. Look for the big Create Webhooks button and click on it. This will kick off the process for creating a new webhook. Now, it's time to select an event trigger. Webhooks are driven by specific events in Zendesk, which means they activate automatically when that event occurs. You'll see a list of various Zendesk events. Choose the one that fits your needs, then click Next to proceed. Next up is configuring the webhook details. This is where you provide essential technical parameters. First, you'll need to give your webhook a name and a description. Make sure to provide a clear title and a brief summary of its purpose so that anyone looking at this later will understand what it does. The next field is critical, the endpoint URL. This is where you paste the destination URL that Zendesk will securely send the data to. Make sure you enter this correctly to avoid any issues. Now let's select the request method. Here, you'll determine how you want the data to be sent. Common options include post, get, or put. Choose the method that suits your integration. Following that, you'll set the request format. Typically, JSON is the most commonly used format, but choose the one that aligns with your external system's requirements. After you've filled in those details, we can move on to adding headers if necessary. If your external system requires authentication or any custom formatting, you'll need to include those headers here. You can add the key value pairs in the headers section without any hassle. Finally, after reviewing everything to make sure it's correct, scroll down and click Create Webhooks at the bottom of the page. This will finalize and activate your webhook. Congratulations, you've just set up a webhook in Zendesk. That's all for today's tutorial on using webhooks in Zendesk. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing and giving